objectives. After today, okay, we'll revise on the 4 operations of fractions. We will relate fractions to ratio, and we will touch a bit on changing ratio. Okay, addition of fractions. Whenever we add fractions, we need to convert to like fractions, which means denominator must be the same. So we have something like this, 3/4 plus 3/10. Okay, denominator is not the same. We need to change them. So everything, lowest common multiple of 4 and 10 is 20. So change both to 20. So the first one, numerator, denominator, I times 5. The second one, I times 2. Then 15 over 20 plus 6 over 20, that gives me 21 over 20. If you leave your answer like this, chances are you're going to lose marks because this is not the simplest form. We always change it to the simplest form. So in this case, mixed number is your simplest form. So 1 and 1 over 20. Okay, subtraction of fractions. We have addition, so naturally we have subtraction. Similar to addition, we need to change denominators to the same. And this looks a bit more complicated than the first example. So 4 and 1/5 minus 1 and 7/10, we change to the same denominator. So lowest common multiple becomes 10. Then we come into a problem. Okay, 2 out of 10 cannot minus 7 out of 10 because it's smaller. So what we do is we need to regroup the 4. How do we regroup? Instead of having the 4 here, we change our 4 to 3 whole and 10 out of 10. They are exactly the same. So where does this 10 out of 10 go? It goes to this fraction here. So instead of 4 and 2/10, the way we write it will be 3 whole, 12 out of 10, minus 1 and 7 over 10. Some of you may ask, can I change everything to improper fractions and solve it? Yes, you can. Okay, so there's no right or wrong method. You can change everything to improper. Then your final answer, go back to mixed number. So 3 and 12 out of 10 minus 1 and 7 out of 10. I take whole number minus number. 3 minus 1, that gives me 2. 12 out of 10 minus 7 out of 10, that gives me 5 out of 10. Okay, again, we don't stop here. 5 out of 10, we can still simplify. So reduce to simplest form, that's 2.5. Okay, third one, multiplication. This one is easier than the addition and subtraction because we don't have to worry about making the denominators the same. We use cancellation method. So how do we cancel? We have 512 times 310. So what we do is we look at the top and the bottom, the numerator and denominator. 3 and 12 can both be divided by 3. Okay, so what we do is we divide by 3. That gives us 1 on top. That gives us 4 below. Then we look at the other two numbers, 5 and 10. Both can be divided by 5. So we do another step. We divide by 5. That gives me 1 here. Divide by 5 gives me 2. We are left with 1/4 times half. What we do after that is numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Then that gives me 1 out of 8. Okay, division. You all know KFC, right? Right now we are using the KCF method. Okay, what is KCF? Keep, change, flip. So what do we keep, what do we change, and what do we flip? We have a fraction divided by another fraction. Okay, as the acronym suggests, we keep, that is for the first fraction, 8 out of 15. Change, okay, we change the operation. From divide, we change to times. And we flip the second fraction, okay, to become 5 out of 4. Then after that, once we have this, is the cancellation method, which we did in the previous slide for multiplication. 8 and 4 can both be divided by 4, so we are left with like this. Then 5 and 15 can be divided by 5. We are left with 1 and 3. So 2 times 1, that gives me 2. 3 times 1, that gives me 3. So I'm left with 2/3. I can't simplify anymore, so that is my final answer. Okay,